We're in the city of Anchorage, Alaska. We left our place yesterday evening, drove the long drive here, arrived about 1 in the morning, crashed out in the van. We're down here because we're headed to the Kenai Peninsula for a week of action-packed fishing. But first we need to run a couple errands, including a stop at our favorite fishing store. Let's go.
I think it's solid, man.
That's 5 pounds. Okay, I guess we're done. Okay, we got garlic, steelhead, tuna.
Squid.
No way, you got it?
Does that mean it's for squid?
Yes, for squid. Gotta get one of those. On your gear, and you're ready to fish for halibut. So they string these up here. You need one of those? Same size. Eight to 10 weeks. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fishing poles. We're getting serious. Okay, we need to go to Alaska Raft to Kayak.
Oh wow, you actually backed up into that, yeah?
Whew.
So you could park there.
You could. This is sketchy.
Is the ice just out, or is it? Got it.
Made it to our first destination, and this trip is going to be filled with all different kinds of fishing and different species. And our first thing we're doing here is called shore fishing. So this is the Cook Inlet behind us, and we're going to throw a big weight and a nice piece of bait out there. We'll see what bites. It'd be really awesome to catch a halibut, but that's like the prized fish that you could get fishing like this. There's all different kinds of fish you could catch though. It's a little bit late in the evening. It's probably like close to 9 o'clock, and it was pretty sketchy getting out here. This van weighs a lot, so I'm not too fond of driving it in the sand. We're just gonna do a simple setup on this rod and reel that we picked up from B&J Sporting Goods, and this is a real long one. It's meant to cast out really far, and we're just gonna fish for a little while. I don't know how late we'll make it tonight since we haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately, and then tomorrow we have something cool we're gonna use to cast our line out even further. Okay, I'm gonna use not the craziest weight. I'm gonna use this. What do you think? Use that part to start with?
I'm really enjoying the weather.
It's really hard to cast far out.
Yeah, I think it is. That's a wheel, honey.
A rock. But some sort of hub. It's like an axle, like a trailer, and it's a differential. Look at that.
What the heck?
Rear axle. It's so rocky here.
You can tap it in.
Hold that for me. Set the drag. Let's reel it in until it's we got a little bend in the pole.
It's in the shape of a heart almost.
It is.
Wow. Why do people, that's amazing to transport that out here. So they burn coal down here too?
Oh, this is naturally here.
This is coal in the ocean?
This is coal that, like, I don't know if it comes from the ground or if it comes in from the ocean, but people come out here and they collect coal and they burn it or they sell it and stuff too.
I just thought someone transported it down here for their
this is a
fire.
huge piece of natural coal. You could take this if you want. You could burn it in our stove. That's why that campfire over there, they were burning coal.
Interesting placement, huh? Do you think it has anything to do with the crack right there?
Barnacles and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm, in the water.
So that's how tall the water gets. That's how high it gets.
That's another, that's 15 feet.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Eric and I are up for the day. We got some really good sleep last night. So the fishing action, really nothing happened yesterday. When Eric cast out, there was still like 2 more hours before it was low tide. I think it was around 11 p.m. And we ended up going out, taking a little adventure and finding the squid. It was just hanging out on the shore, so nothing was gonna come swim along and bite it. While we were sleeping, high tide came in. It was pretty cool. We could hear the crashing of the waves. We both kept like looking out to make sure it wasn't gonna sweep the van away. It did come up to here. You can tell there's some watermarks and there's some kelp. We just passed the low tide again, and it's like in the negatives, pretty cool. And I think the positive tide or the high tide is 20 feet or so. It's such nice weather. You couldn't ask for better weather yesterday or today. There's a really pretty mountain range right across the way. This is perfect because we've got some stuff to do to get prepared, and we want to get that bait out there in the next couple of hours as the tide starts to come back in.
We've got a second pole rigged up. This one isn't as long, so you can't cast out as far with it, but that shouldn't be a problem because we are gonna try to use our drone to bring our line as far out as we can get it. So I got this one set up a little bit different because we are gonna be hooking the drone to it. I've got the weight on the slider. This is a 4-ounce weight, so it's a little bit lighter. And then I've kind of got like a swivel right here as a stop. And then I've got one right here as a stop. I've got this piece of line that the little drone drop shipment kit came with, so this will hook to the bottom of the drone. It'll carry our weight, and we got our hook here. We'll put our bait on the end. We want to do this one a little bit lighter because the drone, it can only lift so much. The kit says it can do 500 grams, so I was estimating that 400 grams would probably be safe, and then I did the conversion on that, and I think it was about like 14 ounces that it could carry. We've never used this for fishing or anything like that. It's kind of sketchy if you think about it. You're flying your drone out into the ocean. You've got all this fishing line and everything. So what we're gonna do is hook up the drone here on shore to our setup, kind of do a few practice runs. That way if something goes wrong, the drone just will crash on the beach. Neat little mechanism here. It has a battery in it, and then it works off of the little light that is on the bottom of the drone. So on the drone controller, you can hit a button right here, and there's a bright little white light that'll turn on. We never really use it, but when you turn that light on and off, it uses this little gear right here, and it opens it up and releases your bait out there. Comes with these, so you just hook this in right here, and then you close it on it, and then you're hooked up and you're ready to go. That worked great. Super impressed with that. Let's see what the bait looks like. That's one thing we have to keep in mind is when it's dropping out of the drone, we don't want it to get all tangled or anything. We went about, what'd you go, 150 feet right there?
No, it's 200 feet.
200 feet. So we'll go further than that when we're putting it out into the ocean, but the drone had no problem carrying this much weight. This is gonna be pretty cool. We got a little bit of time to kill before we start fishing though. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it dropped it. Just like a mess.
I know, I thought that was too messy.
But what's gonna happen is this is gonna float and then the weight's gonna go straight down. And it'll just go like
That's
that.
not too tangly.
No, I don't think so. Try to squeeze it down in it. It is 2.5 hours past the low tide and the tide's coming in. We can actually like see it coming towards us. It's pretty awesome. We're getting ready to fish. This is the rod holder I made at home, a piece of leftover EMT and some pipe. That way we can stick this into the sand and it'll hold our pole there. We just ran into some locals and they kind of gave us a couple tips around here and a little bit of history on what these little pieces of wood are that are sticking out over here. We saw these out here yesterday and we were kind of wondering what they were. They looked man-made, and apparently what they are is really old fish traps from the 50s. They'd come out here and set their nets in these and they would catch salmon. Salmon fishing has always been and will continue to be just huge in Alaska. So these folks right here would use this area as the tide would come in. They'd get their fish and then the tide would go out and they could go collect them. People gill net, they do drift netting. There's all different kinds of commercial fishing here. In fact, there's a bunch of big boats out there. You can't see them with your naked eye, but if you use your binoculars, you can see them out there and they're all catching salmon right now. The plan is right now, since the tide is coming in and we can still kind of walk out there pretty far, we're gonna take the big pole that we got set up yesterday and we're gonna walk to the edge and we're gonna cast out as far as we can, and then we're gonna walk this pole all the way back to shore. That way when the tide starts coming in, this pole's really far out there and we won't have to use the drone on this one.
Boza.
Through the spine. Oh yeah. That one had a heavier weight. This one's lighter. Success, the drone worked. The only problem we ran into was I didn't have enough fishing line on that pole, so Arielle can only go, I think she said she went 380 feet from where we're at, but I was still about 100 feet from the water, so that one's probably like 280 feet out. We're gonna take our other pole that we have here while that one's out there fishing. We're gonna take the fishing line off this one. I bought some braided line, a bunch of it, and we'll put a bunch of it on here. That way when we pull that one in, we can fish this one and we can get it out further. But so far, so good. We're fishing now at least. No, it feels like a fish to me.
Like maybe a flounder or a sole, because they don't pull that hard.
Let's see. Can't tell. It's definitely not a huge fish, right? If I got anything. Nothing.
So nothing was on it probably.
Nothing was on it, I don't think. Pulled in this pole with not a lot of line on it. We're gonna switch it out for one with more line on there so we can get it out further, and it looks like something was nibbling on our bait. See this? Someone was nibbling on it down there.
Right?
Yep.
I was feeling, oh, you have a fish, it's tugging back. That is not,
you have a fish.
but it's not, it tugged just hard, like a tug, tug, tug.
Hey, that's a long ways to reel that in.
But it's a fish, is all I'm saying, 100%. I thought it was. It just wasn't matching with the waves. It was like...
You have a lot of thoughts going on in your head at one time, don't you?
It's yanking, it's tugging, like a flounder. Like tug, 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 tug. No, nothing ate it. False alarm. Really, really felt like there was a fish on there. So that's our lunch. It's orzo salad with cheese, olives, and 8 vegetables. Let's see if I can remember them all. So we have cucumbers, bell pepper, green onions, kale, zucchini, celery, fennel, and I'm blanking on the last one. They're all green, so it's a little hard to tell.
Thank you. With a pesto.
Oh, pesto dressing.
Homemade pesto dressing, which has lots of herbs and veggies in that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna check because I really want to know.
Broccoli?
Broccoli!
Broccoli.
It was broccoli!
It's in there, I see it.
I mean, the current is strong.
Fish in the ocean, if they come around and see something, they eat it.
It's not like they're going for a lure and they may pass it.
Yeah, like a pike.
A lot of fish usually do eat.
You're gonna want a cup of this. Try that. That's probably the best I've ever had. Oh, oh. You see that thing bend over?
I didn't see it, but if you gotta run.
You just bent the whole pole over.
That sounds like a fish to me.
Oh, I got one.
See, it's a black and yellow. That's a starry flounder. Oh, poor little fella. I'm sorry. I made a bad decision.
He's real, like, rough.
Awesome. We gotta get that other pole moving too. So let's reset this one.
Let's cast this one back out. Okay. That one's fishing. Wait, something on there?
About the weight. I don't know though, I was completely wrong.
You bet your life last time.
I was completely wrong. He's fighting! He's like really tugging me back!
You're 500 feet out there.
Why is it tugging so hard?
Is it really tugging?
I'm not joking, there's something on the end of that line.
Get some tension on the pole so it doesn't drop. Oh my gosh, you caught a huge shark.
I knew it didn't feel right.
Watch out, he's got a spine right above his things.
I don't understand how you get that off. See the little spike right there? In there? Maybe give me some time or something. Well, that was crazy. We weren't expecting that. It was super heavy. We have heard you can catch sharks. It's pretty common. That was what is known as a spiny dogfish. They have this little spines along their back. I think we saw 2. And I honestly didn't really feel comfortable handling him because he's a shark. So I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And Eric got the hook out. Thankfully, he just ate it like right here in his soft lip and he went on his way. We've got the bait back out. It is literally high tide right now and it just feels like it feels like we haven't really been able to sit down. It's been really busy.
So I think you go like this. Let's try it this way. Stuck. Oh, that's not bad.
Is it heavy like the shark was?
Longer.
Bigger than the last.
Big flounder.
Looks like the water's still coming in.
That's a nice big one.
He's meaty. Eric caught another flounder. He has a pretty big chunk missing out of him, but we're gonna put him back because we already have dinner.
There he goes.
Yeah.
You really hit it hard.
It did it. I saw it. It seemed like a big fish.
That's a huge one. Oh my gosh, he's so powerful. He's stronger than my arm.
Man, he was feisty.
Got another shark. Things have slowed down, but we got one on this pole, and unfortunately Arielle took this one out 680 feet with the drone. So it's gonna take a while. Doesn't seem huge, but it's something.
Was it pulling or just heavy?
It was just barely bouncing the tip, and then I set it and let it sit there, and it was like, boop, boop. So it was on there.
He's not hooked too bad, I just don't want to
He's down in the pen.
Yeah, he's really. Bye-bye.
I don't know.
You want to do, we have sage, oregano, basil. I'm gonna have to like rinse them with some water somewhere. When do you want the broccoli? Next?
Throw it on there, yeah.
Whoa. I said that pole hasn't moved at all.
Oh.
Check out this little guy. I love zucchinis like this. So you cut like, I don't really know how to cut him, to be honest with you. We are finally cooking up some dinner. We're gonna have some vegetables and the fish that we caught earlier. I just wanted to give a little report on this little gadget on the drone today. It did absolutely wonderful. I guess even better than I imagined. It did get a little windier as the day went on. You know, the line, you could kind of feel there was a little more resistance. I don't know how likely I would be to use this if it was a super windy day. And I did just kind of notice the drone did want to fly up to balance itself with that weight beneath it. So I'd had to kind of move quickly out there. It would try to go up higher and higher than I wanted to go to actually drop the bait. Super neat. I know we're gonna use this in the future. All in all, today was a great day and there is still plenty more fishing to do on our adventure. I don't know if we would have caught fish today, hon, if we didn't go that far out.
It's a good squash. What kind is that?
I don't think it's called patty pan, but it's like a disc squash.
It's got like no seeds. It's just pure flesh.
Yeah, I really like squash like that.
All right.
Last time we cooked this.
It's down here. 2 years ago?
No, I think we cooked this at home.
Oh, we did?
We did like fried fish. Oh my gosh, no, it was like 3 years ago.
Tastes really good. It's a little soft. Softer of a fish.
That's all I was gonna say. I prefer how you cooked it this time because it is a softer fish, but the actual flavor is really good.
That's good.
headed down to Homer and we are taking advantage of the negative tides. We're gonna do some old-fashioned tide pulling. There's a bunch of other folks out here and I'm not really sure what direction to venture, but I think we're gonna go that way. Probably hidden. Oh no, I got water in my boots.
This is another hermit crab.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
We have made it to our next spot. We're gonna be doing some fishing and we happen to catch a boat that's coming in. Check out this crazy way that these folks are able to get their boats on their trailers. This is one of the coolest beaches I've ever been to.
It's real warm and nice.
We're getting pretty good at this shore fishing with the drone. It didn't take us long to get our lines out there. One is about 600. The other one's probably about like 400 to 500. We are officially fishing for the evening and we're making some sandhill crane breast meat sandwiches. Oh, it's gonna fall apart.
Man, the current is strong today, huh? I was sleeping, I can't hear you.
Bent over really far, and I grabbed it. There was something on there for sure. It was jerking, but I don't know if I feel it anymore. Man, there was something nice on there. I got something.
What do you have on there? That's a halibut!
I caught a halibut!
Yay!
Yeah! Are you kidding?
It's a halibut! You're our fish now.
Are you kidding me? I actually caught one? What the? What's going on here?
Yay! What happened, man?
Whose fishing line is this? Like,
He ate someone else's fishing line?
no, it's all tangled in it. That's crazy! I can't believe that. Are you serious? Like this place I was giving like the least. I didn't think I was gonna get anything here. I thought there was no way.
But see how his tail looks like a salmon? That's how you can tell.
This isn't ours.
That's someone else's line.
Someone caught this guy and snapped him off.
Oh, that's sad.
I think. Yeah, he's got 2 hooks.
But you see how his tail looks like a salmon?
Yeah.
That's how you know they're halibut versus flounder. I mean, I could tell right away he's a halibut.
There it is, our halibut. Super excited to get this fish. Honestly, this trip, I think Arielle and I both were hoping that we would get a halibut, and we got one, which is awesome. We've been at this spot for like 3 hours. We were trying to fish here about the same we were fishing the other day, so about 3 hours before the high tide seemed to be the best bite we were getting. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's just this beach or if it's the tide that's stronger this time. Our weights are just going all over the place out there. They're moving. When we first got here, we put them out super far, and then they pretty much just like almost ended up on shore, so we weren't really fishing. We did try adding extra weights. We did 10 ounces on the big pole, and I casted it out. That seemed to hold pretty good, but I couldn't cast it very far. On this other pole, we put 8 ounces on there, and the drone did take it out, but 8 ounces wasn't enough. It was just kind of pushing it up the shoreline. We did get this one though because of the slack tide. So that's about when the tide stops moving, and then it's gonna shift to going out. And we were able to get this one out there pretty far with the drone. I think we went like 350 feet, dropped it. I was just sitting in my chair there. I kind of just gave up hope for this spot because all we've been catching was seaweed. And then I saw this small pole over here bend over. And as soon as I got the slack taken out of the line, I felt him on the end. Much to my surprise, when the waves came crashing in, this halibut was in there. So we're gonna be eating good for a couple nights. This is gonna be some awesome meat to have.
He's so beautiful, hon, with the sun on him. Yeah. How much do you think he weighs? More than the cat.
He's like 10 pounds probably. But that's perfectly big enough for me and you.
No scales.
No scales. We've already got both the poles back in the water, so we're fishing again, and I just wanted to say that this is a small halibut. These fish get into the hundreds of pounds. So we're gonna get this guy filleted up and see what he looks like on the inside. Super dark, nice and white. 28 inches. Oh, that's a pretty good size. How much do you think he weighs?
I sincerely think he weighs less than the cat, but I'm gonna say 10 pounds.
10 pounds. The belly section is on this side where the gill is. So like right here, that's like the belly. So this fillet right here, you're gonna get about like that.
Okay.
And then this fillet, you'll get like this.
Okay.
And we're gonna start on this side right here. We'll just fillet them off. Yeah,
oh my gosh. It looks like a full salmon meal.
Look at that thick fillet.
Yeah. While we were reeling in our poles, we're gonna try to go somewhere else to get out of this wind. And I thought I felt there was a fish on this one, and he's been here for a while. And it's a really good example of how these flatfish can kind of look similar. I was worried if we pulled one out, we wouldn't exactly know what it was, and we thought maybe this is a halibut, but not quite. And it's not. I'm pretty sure it's a sole. I don't know exactly what kind, but its tail is like more rounded. It appears to kind of have scales, so it just looks slightly different. I probably would be really questionable about this if we didn't just catch a halibut. So unfortunately, he's got to come with us because he ate the bait. It's all the way in his stomach. So we're gonna get him processed. We're almost done loading the van up. Eric did want to show these little holders that he made. They've been working pretty good, but he just flattened them. And that's working really well for this rocky beach that we're on because they just were not going into the ground. So pretty cool.
Well, what an awesome day of fishing, and we ended up right down the road actually from the beach at this kind of cool little pull out. The wind died down in here and we can cook up some halibut tonight. This is also where we're going to be sleeping tonight, and we're going to be sleeping in the van. We picked up this van used maybe like 5 months ago. We flew down to Oregon, we got it, we drove it back. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about the van, some of the modifications we've been doing to it and what it is. So this is a 2004 Ford E350 van. It's got a 4-wheel drive conversion on it from 𝐒𝐢𝐸. This has the 6-liter Power Stroke diesel in it. It has some sort of lift over factory so it can fit a little bit bigger tires. These are 285/75 16s, I believe. It also has a Starcraft conversion on it, which is like almost like an RV conversion. So it's got the high top, it's got nice seats inside there, and it's got some features like a TV and some other things like that you would find in an RV. We have been using this thing, so we got it with 110,000 miles on it. It now has close to 118 because we've already put about 600 miles on it on this trip. It's been running amazing for us. It's just been a game changer for all the traveling that we like to do. There's been a few repairs I've had to do, mostly just some small electrical things, and then I put a new thermostat in, but other than that, she's running great. Have done lots of modifications to make it a little more suitable for us living in Alaska and kind of like our lifestyle. Let's go over some of those. Starting right here on the front end, we put our light bar. Harbor Freight, nothing special there, but you got to be able to see. The only thing that I've added on the outside was a spare wheel and tire, since this doesn't have the same size wheel and tire that a E350 would come with, a two-wheel drive one. Those are a lot smaller. They don't fit underneath. So we do have the stock size underneath, so we could put that on in emergency, but we did get a used tire and wheel we put on the back. This rack came with the van, but it wasn't on. It is a aluminum spare tire swinger. These are $1,000. It came with the van. I wouldn't have bought it, but I'm gonna use it, and it works pretty good. I guess we'll start right here on the back side. That one just swings open, and then you've got the double doors back here. And that's the inside of the van. So we wanted to make this thing so we could take everything out of it and we could haul stuff in here. We just did it a couple weeks ago. We had to get a new window for our cabin, which was really big, and it was awesome because you have to stand them straight up and down. We took everything out, we slid it in there, it was good to go. We always carry this kit right here. This has everything like for breakdowns, air compressor, jack, flares, straps, all kinds of good stuff in there. This one is our camping food bin, so it's got our stove and just everything that has to do with food. We've got a lot of other stuff in here right now. Our ice chest has been going here, and we've got our big one because we've been catching fish that we want to bring home. We like to keep it functional so we can put everything in there and then still have room to crawl into our bunk beds and sleep. And last week or so, I did a lot of modifications on it. One of those is right here. So this piece of aluminum diamond plate that I have, this used to just be a small compartment right here. You'd turn a little switch and you'd open it, and that had the jack, the tire iron for changing flat tires and whatnot, but we took all that out because we didn't need it and we wanted to put some other stuff in here. So I've got two wing nuts up top that come off, and then this whole thing just pops out, lifts up like that, and we've got all kinds of little goodies and gadgets in here. We'll start right here. This is a 12-volt AGM battery that's hooked into a little 500-watt inverter. And then we'll go over here. This goes to a small little power strip. It's got like 6 plugs, some USB ports. We've got a lot charging in here right now. We've got our drone batteries, drone controller, a camera battery, and I think we had our phone charging on there earlier. It's been amazing because when we go on these trips, we like to keep our stuff charged. We film in 4K and it just like drains our batteries super fast. So that's been awesome to have. The van does have another inverter on that side that it came with, but that one will only work when the van is on, and it works off of the van starting batteries. So when we're charging things, now they just run off this battery. And the way we have that hooked up is this battery is charged when the van is running, but as soon as you turn the van off, this battery isolator right here, it separates this battery from the van battery. So you can run your electronics, you can run the lights I hooked up in there, and you can also run this, which is our diesel heater. And a diesel heater is a huge part of us traveling, especially in like the fall, winter, and spring months, because it gets cold. So this area I thought was going to be the perfect area to put this. I obviously had to trim this a little bit bigger. So there's a little grate right here that had a speaker that was hooked into the TV, which I removed, so we didn't need the speaker here. Plumbed the diesel heater to come out right here. I've got a little vent so you can kind of angle it. We went with a kind of mid-grade diesel heater. You got the real cheap Chinese diesel heaters, and then you've got the top of the line, which is like the Webasto's, real expensive ones. This is the planar. These are the made in Russia ones. I am super impressed with the quality of just all the parts, like the electronics, the plugs, clamps, just everything this came with. So I'm really excited for this one, and its size, it's super tiny, and I needed that to be able to fit in here. This is the 2 kW heater, but they put out an amazing amount of heat. One of the coolest things about having a van that runs on diesel is I was able to plumb this into the diesel tank. So we never have to worry about like topping off a small like thing of diesel. As long as you've got diesel in the main tank, you're good to go. It wasn't too bad dropping that tank. I just had to wait until the fuel got real low. I used a floor jack. I dropped her down, plumbed it in, put it back, we were good to go. Again, the diesel heater, this works off the battery, so when your van is off and it's cold, you know, and you want to run the heater, you can run it and you don't have to worry about your van not starting in the morning. The van came with a big AC unit on the top, which we didn't need. I took it off and it had a big hole punched in the side for the electrical cord to go out so you could plug it in if you were like at a campsite. So I ran the exhaust for the diesel heater out there. Since there was already a hole, I just put a little component there called a through hole, which keeps it a little bit cooler. So the exhaust now just goes right out the side of the van. This is about it right here. Let me show you how the cover goes back on, and then we'll show you the lights I got up top. So this little piece just pops on the bottom like that. Where's that? Those go right there. This is a little vent I put right there so the diesel heater can suck air in through there. Also wanted to show this little switch that I put in for the heater. So this is the vent where it comes out. You can angle it, and then right here is the switch to turn it on. I went with the simple dial just so it runs at whatever level you set it and it won't shut off. And then I've got a little voltmeter here which will tell you the battery voltage of that one. It's at 12.7 right now, which is full. We also put a carbon monoxide smoke detector over there for a little safety. And then these lights run off of that battery, and we've got 2 of them and they are super bright. So you can go double on, single on. We've got this one right here. Being like a RV type conversion on here, it has a ton of storage up top. The only thing I don't like about these little storage compartments is they have a slight angle. So every time you open them up, everything seems to fall out. So we'll just close that for now. We've got those on this side also, and we've just got stuff we need in there. Just all kinds of good stuff. Batteries, first aid, lights, things like that. It's nice to have it all organized and put away. And if you notice, I can almost stand in here. This is a high top, but it's not like a full high top where you can completely stand. I'm okay with that because if I didn't have this top on here, the top would be way down here. So you can get changed in here, and it actually works out pretty good. Oh yeah. That's one of the coolest parts is there's blinds on all of the windows, except for the back ones. Those ones aren't in there. I gotta get some for that. It's the coolest thing having this van. You pull up anywhere, if you're tired, side of the road, campsite, anything you want, and you just hop in the back, you pull down the blinds, and you get in bed. Our beds are already all set up for us. And speaking of the beds, we like to use these disco bed cots. We use them camping and things like that, but they fit perfectly in here. And they're bunk beds, so you get all the extra space. Plus, we were at Fred Meyer, and they had these 4-inch foam mats, I guess you'll call them. We've got a blanket in there, a sleeping bag, a pillow. We sleep so comfortable in here. It is insane. We've got more storage under the beds, which is nice because they sit about, I don't know, close to a foot up off the ground. So that is just full under there. I've got tools and tripods, our table, chairs, coffee making stuff. Up top here, there used to be a big AC unit right here. So it was this big white piece of plastic. We took that out. We obviously didn't need the AC, and it weighed about 100 pounds. I took it off the top by myself, and I probably should have had some help. So when I took it off, we were left with a big 14-inch hole, which fits these little vents perfectly. Now we've got this, so we can open up, get some airflow in there. Little screen so the bugs don't get in. I built a little diamond plate bracket around it to make it look a little bit cleaner when we were done. Another thing that we did was take out the television. So there was a TV in here, a DVD player, all kinds of stuff. It was really old. It didn't really work very well, and we don't want a TV in there. So I took it out, and there is a ton of storage behind here. I just built this little sheet metal bracket, painted it black. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I like it. It's worked really good on this trip so far. Right now we have all of our camera gear up there. 2 cameras, a GoPro, a drone in the case, a gimbal, all kinds of things, and it's all up top here. I mean, it's massive, and then it just gets it out of the bottom and it keeps it all organized for us. So not only do we have the regular heater for the van up front, we have the diesel heater, and this one is equipped with rear heating and AC, so you've got 4 vents up here and you can heat the back. The way this van is set up usually is you have the 2 chairs up front, the captain chairs. You have 2 more that go right here. They're quick release, so you just flip a switch and they come out. And then in the back, you have another quick release bench seat that has a switch that you push and it folds down into a bed, which is always an option that we can do. We have more storage right here, just our tote with all of our stuff. One of the things that Arielle likes the most is she can just get out of her seat and kind of come down the center, and she can walk back here and she can grab something or do whatever she needs to do. We both love this opening right here, which is the barn door, so you can just have this thing like wide open. You can jump in and out. One con to this van and just a lot of these vans is how they're designed. So they have that little short hood on the front, and you have to put the motor somewhere. So the motor quite literally comes underneath the dash and is like pushed back in between the seats, and it's a diesel motor, so it's loud. We noticed right away when we picked this thing up that it's just kind of hard to have a conversation with someone sitting right next to you, and I'm always like, what? And anyway, so I took off the doghouse, they call it, and I put a bunch of sound dampening or deadening material. It made an absolutely huge difference. It's way quieter in there right now. Other than that, it's completely set up. It's got trailer brakes. It's got a nice radio in there. We've just been really happy and having a lot of fun with this van so far. As we use the van, we'll just try to do little tweaks that make our life a little bit easier. That's enough with the van tour. Let's cook some halibut for dinner.
It works, baby, it works. It has no color, Eric.
Doing this halibut right. Some really good seasonings here. We're gonna do whiskey garlic salt, which is whiskey salt, smoked garlic and olive oil, salt and pepper, and a little bit of Arielle's compound butter. This is gonna be delicious.
Did you get more veggies?
Yeah, that might be kind of hot on the bottom. All right, I'm diving in with this fish.
Eric cooked a large amount of fish. Halibut!
Such firm, I don't even have words for this fish right here. It is so fresh, it's so delicious, amazing. Texture, flavor, everything.
Why did we have halibut in Oregon? Why did we eat?
Someone gave us halibut that they caught in Alaska, remember?
Didn't we have it before that? Or was it tuna? We had tuna before.
Tuna before that.
Eric and I really like tuna, but we also really like halibut, especially oven baked. It's extremely firm. It's just not soft at all.
Remember we used to make it oven baked with mayonnaise and Parmesan?
Uh-huh.
This is killer. That's it.
It's famous for a reason. It's like really like a white, bright meat.
It's almost a flakiness like Dungeness crab. It's so flaky and firm. It's insane.
I'm gonna be honest, we've had a lot of fish our time here in Alaska, but I can tell you, I don't think we've ever had halibut. It's not...
What do you mean, we've had halibut?
No, in Alaska?
Yeah. We've never had fresh, never frozen halibut. Ever.
Okay, years ago we had a little bit of halibut, you're right? This one is notably different in flakiness. It's notably different, and I'm not that picky, but I can tell the difference, and I can tell why people pursue this one.
Yes, it's pretty obvious why they like this fish.
Absolutely amazing. Really didn't plan on that happening today. I think we both just were already like coming up with plan B, so it was really exciting.
Yep.
And it's just nice to be able to enjoy the food.
It's getting late. That was another good day of fishing with an amazing meal to celebrate.
It's really, really good.
I love fennel.
You love it.
It adds so much to it. It adds a little crunch, the flavor.
I don't know what is about the lime lately, but I'm really digging it in meals instead of lemon.
Can you believe we got that guy?
No.
Okay. First fish of the day. We're not done fishing yet. We're back at the Homer Spit. This is a pullet. I'm gonna let this one go. We'll watch. Just doing some casting out and fishing this morning. We're not using the drone, and we fished here, I think it was 3 years ago. We caught all different species of fish. It's pretty awesome. It looks like the fishing's starting to pick up. I think it's about 2 hours from low tide, and it's a pretty low tide today. We're using the same setup we were using when we were using the drone. So we've got a weight, leader, and then we're using squid on there today.
I was gonna come to you. Oh my gosh, that's a nice size, hon.
Yeah, you bit nice.
Hey.
There's a fighter.
Jeez, that's a nice one, huh?
Yeah.
beauty, huh?
I don't know.
You do? That's a big one.
We did it, we got another fish. This is an Alaskan pollock. This is the only one we're gonna keep today, and we're leaving the Homer Spit. Not a lot of fish, and a lot of people are showing up. That's gonna do it for this video, but that is not the end of our fishing adventures. We'll see you guys on the next one.